This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. We're going to be talking luxury YouTubers. We're going to be talking who be beefing. We're also going to be talking debunking. We're also going to be talking snatching and stealing people's ideas, concepts, a lot of different things. It's all in one video. Guys, you get like 10 things for the price of watching one. You're welcome. Now, before we get to it, the juicy contents, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live. I live stream every Saturday. You're all welcome to join. In the chats, I got my co-chatters right now ready here to join the conversation with me. We're going to be talking a heated mess. A luxury YouTuber. Welcome, darling. Hello, sweetie darling. Now, I will post the video in question in the description box underneath my video. A heated messes video entitled Reacting to Louis Vuitton Employee Hacks That Don't Work. Do this instead. So be sure to check out a heated messes video. Subscribe to her channel. Lovely lady. We follow each other on Instagram, by the way. She cool. She cool. I got to know her a little bit better. We talked a little. Sometimes we have some exchange. She's a cool lady. So go send her some love. Now, a heated mess made of it. She used to work for Louis, so she knows where it's at. Okay. She now saw a video by another YouTuber called Mar. Hi. This is Mar. Okay, this is, I'm not being shady. Okay, this is how Mar shows herself. This is her thumbnail. This is Mar. Okay. So now a heated mess got aware of Mar through another YouTuber called Murphy G. Murphy G is or was a Louis Vuitton advisor in Singapore, and Murphy reacted to Mar's video originally. Then a heated mess saw that video and thought to her, and then her subscribers asked her, hey, heated mess, would you also mind please reacting to Mar's video just like Murphy G did? Because you also used to work for Louis Vuitton, so we would like to know your opinions on what hacks Mar gave Mar for Louis Vuitton. Sorry, I can't get my eyes off of you, Mar. Right. Okay, bye, Mar. Bye. Okay. So here's the thing. Mar made a video with 7 hacks, like things that you didn't know what you should do at Louis, you know, to get extra free stuff, the this or the that. So a heated mess then, because she worked for Louis, she sat down, watched the video bit for bit, and debunked the stuff that Mar was saying. I find it very refreshing, you know, to finally see YouTubers or luxury YouTubers commenting on other YouTubers' videos, which is what I do too. So I love that the heated mess did it because, you know, there's just so many unboxing videos we can make, so many what fits in my bag videos that we can make. Luxury content on YouTube can be much more than that. And I think also analyzing each other's luxury videos is really fascinating, especially when somebody like Mar delivers information that a heated mess very elegantly, might I add, debunk. Now, I would not have been that elegant, but let's get to the points. So here I am analyzing a video. Like, this is literally how complicated this video is. And by the way, stay tuned because we're going to be talking more about Mar in just a little bit in this video. And there's more to say about her than meets the eye. No pun intended. So, first hack, Mar says, Mar says, when you enter the Louis Vuitton boutique, you go to a sales associate and you have to tell them, hey, show me the crème fraîche. But of course, Mar did not know how to say fresh, so she said fraîche. Now, a heated mess very elegantly throws so much shade at Mar. But a heated mess is... Listen, she's an elegant lady. Okay, she's sitting there, she's like... She did not know how to pronounce crème fraîche, but crème fraîche means fresh cream, or, you know, cream cheese. Actually, crème fraîche is like kind of cream cheese, a little bit younger than cream cheese. So she's like kind of throwing the shade, but so eloquently. I'm here telling you, it's like sour cream. I'm here telling you, Mar acts like a bimbo. Sorry, I'm calling it like it is. She's like loud. She's sneakily filming in the Louis Vuitton boutique, kind of to prove to us how she gets away with these hacks. And I mean, you got to be really ratchet to enter a Louis Vuitton boutique and talk to the sales associate, be like, hey, y'all's got the crème fraîche in the back. I mean, entertainment value probably, because Mar, you know, we're going to get to the reasons why Mar is hiding the number of subscribers that she has on her channel now. She didn't used to hide them in the past. That's a whole other thing we're going to touch base at the end of this video. But so Mar has a substantial, or had a substantial following on YouTube. So there's this entertainment factor about her as well. Like, she comes across as a bit much, but it is very entertaining. It kind of suits the purpose of that caricature of a human being that she portrays in her videos. I hope that she's actively, consciously portraying a caricature, because if that's not a caricature and she really is the way that she is, then I guess there's no hope for any one of us left. So this is how you throw shade beyond shade. This is like, we're not being subtle. We're being very brutal here. For those of you who tell me that I'm too spicy, you're welcome. Now, so can you imagine entering the Louis Vuitton boutique, be like, hey, sales associate over there in the corner, where is your crème fraîche, or however you pronounce it? Okay, so she implies by that if you... Technically, what she should have said is, oh, can I see your la crème de la crème? The top of the top, you know, the foam that sizzles at the top of champagne, or your best products. Can you show me that? That's maybe what she implied, but that's not what she says. You can't go in and ask for crème fraîche at Louis Vuitton. It is not a supermarket. That's also what a heated mess said. I found that shade very elegantly too. But so what she's implying is, please show me the best pieces. What are your newest pieces? What are the best pieces you have in your store? Implying potentially, show me the stuff that is maybe not on the floor, but that you know is the best. So I want to see that. Now, is that a hack? I don't consider that a hack personally. To me, that's just being ignorant and not knowing what you want, not having your own style, but relying on somebody else to decide for you what you should buy. Technically, that's the bottom line. Leanne Carter says, I've watched Mar before. She is shock value. It's not serious. She's trying to be a comedian. You have to watch a few of her videos to get it. Oh, I watched a few of her videos. I know. So, hack number 2. Now, what did I write here about hack number 1? Mar implies that if you go to a Louis Vuitton sales associate and ask for their crème fraîche, they will immediately take you to the room where all the crème fraîche products. A heated mess says this is completely false. They will not take you to a special separate room where the hidden stuff is. Crème fraîche is no term that a Louis Vuitton employee uses, says heated mess. There is no such term as at Louis Vuitton. Just ask instead that you want the newest styles, okay? And then she throws more shade by saying, Louis Vuitton is not a grocery store, girl. All right, hack number 2. Mar says, is there anything more you guys have in the back? Now, a heated mess was handling all the arrivals in the boutique where she worked. because their shop had no stock person, a stockist who was supposed to, unbox everything, stock everything. So she had to do everything. She was working the floor, but she was also the one unboxing the stuff that was arriving. So there was no special things hiding in the back shelves or the drawers. Anything Louis Vuitton wants to sell, Louis Vuitton will put on display. Sometimes, very rarely, exotics are in the back just because they don't fit the styles that are all over the place on the sales floor. So exotics are in the back because they would kind of clash a little bit. But also sometimes in the back are pieces that are reserved for very important customers or pre-orders. What helps is knowing what you want, says A Heated Mess, and asking for it right away. The first two hacks don't do anything for you. In the back, there are mostly shelves with repairs going out and repairs coming in or returns. Now, I can tell you one thing I have to add to A Heated Mess. I have some sales experience as well. Sometimes you do have stuff in the back just because it hasn't been released yet. But there are very strict guidelines you have to follow. Meaning, you receive the merch, but you're not allowed to show it because the release date is maybe in 4 days from now. So there are some things in the back that you cannot always show because it is not officially released yet. The brand doesn't allow you to show these pieces to customers, but if you do have a very, 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 very special customer and management says that person can't see it, you could technically show something that has not been released yet. But even though something has not been released yet, doesn't mean that that something is la crème de la crème of the collection of that year. It doesn't have to mean that. It could be something relatively banal, but it just hasn't been released yet. So there's that to add as well to this equation, but that's very rare. If you have no relationship with your with any sales associate, you cannot expect them to show you stuff that hasn't been released yet, that they maybe already have in store. Forget about it. Hack number 3. You can go to Louis Vuitton without buying anything, but asking for a sample, and they will give you a perfume sample. Yes, that's not really a hack. I mean, you could call it a hack, but that applies to every store that sells perfumes, unless, but then depends on the sales associate you encounter, depends on the management. A Heated Mess very clearly and perfectly explained it, how it works. You might not get a sample, but you might get one. You enter and like, hey, I heard you released your new perfumes. Show the sales associate that you know a little bit about their products, not that you just want a freebie. And they will give you the little samples. Usually the smallest ones, they have the 2 milliliter ones like I have here. And what A Heated Mess also mentioned in her video, I found very, very practical and useful information, you guys. She said, you don't even have to go to a Louis Vuitton boutique to get a perfume sample. You can actually write customer service at Louis Vuitton and ask for a sample. Say, hey, you've released your new perfume. I would really like to test it. I would like a sample. And they will, if you have a purchase history with them, if they know you as a customer for sure, if you're already registered with them, they will send you out a sample. Otherwise, you could send them your address. They're probably going to send you out a sample for free anyway. So that's something that, is that a hack? We know that samples exist. I mean, it's now, certain stores might not carry samples, says A Heated Mess, so they might not have it. Management might say, hey, you can only give one sample out to a person who's not buying anything. You could give out 2 or 3 samples to somebody who's buying some. So there's a lot of different rules and regulations, but is this a hack? I personally don't think this is a hack. I personally think this is just common sense. You test a perfume before you buy a perfume. So, samples. Okay, that's hack number 3. Hack number 4. Mar says, enter a boutique acting like you are going to buy a lot, like shoes, bags, act like, oh, darling, and let me try these shoes. I want to try these shoes, that jacket, that skirt, that dress. So you act like you're going to buy half a store in order to get free drink, like champagne or whatever. That's really ratchet, girl. Don't ever do that, you guys, because sales associates are not dumb. They see right through your game. They know who return customers are. They know who are just random people coming in for laughs and giggles, who need, the grand tour of the store and want to be treated like kings and queens, but then don't drop any penny, while the sales associate is wasting their time being your chaperone, while they actually should be working to meet their quotas, because Louis Vuitton has their nooses around their necks wanting them to work their butts off to meet quotas, and they're pushing their quotas further and further and further away from them because their commish percentages are being reduced by the day. Oh yes, Louis, we know your games. So don't waste sales associates' times. They work really hard. So going and acting like holier than thou, buying the whole store because you want a free drink, and then you get your free drink and then you leave, that ain't it. That ain't it. And that's not a hack. That's called being, I can't even say it on YouTube. Okay? Don't do that. Let's just be elegant. That's rude. And this is kind of like the nicest thing I could say, huh? Because what I would want to say to you if you do stuff like that is something that I cannot say on YouTube. Hack number 5. If you go in and ask for a graphic sheet, they will give you a graphic sheet. Now, a heated mess asks herself, what is a graphic sheet? So a heated mess then goes on a journey and tells us, well, a graphic sheet could be a catalog, could be the journal that now Louis Vuitton is issuing every couple of months. You know, they have like these, I have the latest journal. I actually posted it up to my Instagram. It's just a magazine promoting their stuff. However, I think a heated mess missed something here, because a graphic sheet often is not just a catalog. It can be also considered like stickers or promotional material that is in some way, shape, or form interactive. Usually it's a sheet of stickers, or it could be, mostly it's stickers. But then usually you wouldn't come in and say, hey, do you have a graphic sheet? Which could be an Excel file of like the collection, and you have all the pieces listed on top of each other. That could mean a graphic sheet. But usually, I mean, if somebody wants stickers and memorabilia of the brand, they usually come to you to the counter and they're like, hey, do you have any stickers? But graphic sheet is like, it's like the crème fraîche. It's like coming in, excuse me, like you guys, do you have like a graphic sheet? Because, you know, and then like you act like, and then you think that the sales associate is going to feel bad because they don't know what a graphic sheet means. So you think that they're going to act like they know what it is too, just so that they don't, you know, make a fool of themselves by not knowing what it means, when in reality they're making a fool of themselves by acting like they know what it means. And this is not a hack. Asking for something that technically doesn't exist it's a joke. It's a joke. But anyway, so that's that. Hack number 6. You can touch things as much as you want, and you can look at them too. Of course, it's a store, it's a shop. So you ask like, oh, you have a Poche Toilette? Yes, they do. They bring it out. They have gloves on when they touch these things because they want to create this allure for you that this is like precious. This is plastic. This is plastic. It's canvas covered in plastic with a little bit of leather. It's cute that they treat it with gloves. It gives this whole, you know, it makes it justifies more this. They brainwash you into believing more that it's worth the money. But you are allowed to touch it. You don't need gloves. You touch it, you're allowed to open it, see it. This is not a hack. This is, and in fact, a heated mess says it very clearly. You're allowed to touch everything in the store because you're potentially there to buy it. You have to see the heft, the weight, the quality, how it's stitched. You open it up, you look inside. You can even put things inside as long as the things you put inside to test if what you have fits inside doesn't damage what you're putting it inside in, because it's not you haven't purchased it yet. Oh, I love the toiletry pouch, by the way, so much. But anyway, so is that a hack? I mean, although a lot of people don't really know, because a lot of people, and I gotta say this from personal experience, are very intimidated when they enter a luxury boutique, because everything is like, you know, empty wall and then just one thing standing on the wall, surrounded by lights, and you feel like I can't even touch it. I'm like that too. When I enter, I always, with the sales associate, I always ask permission before I touch anything. I always ask like, hey, may I touch this? And then, of course, they always say, yes, of course you can. Oh. Damn it. It's a fruit fly. But, you know, I'm not the person who's going to touch and take everything. I just am not. I'm not that person. But you can. Because if the stuff is hanging there to be sold, you're the potential client. Of course you can touch and see and try stuff on. So it's not a real hack. It's just like common sense. That was number 6. Number 7, you can get things personalized in the shop even if you bought the Louis Vuitton item secondhand, like hot stamping, etc. Yes, I can tell you this also from my personal experience. A Heated Mess also confirmed this, but I purchased a Cherries Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami many years ago, secondhand, and the little leather tag. I wanted to have Super Dacob heat stamped on it, the S and the D heat stamped on it, and I took it to the Louis Vuitton boutique, and they said, yes, of course we can. And they did. Done. And I didn't pay a cent for it. So they do that. Listen, that's not a hack, because you're still taking Louis Vuitton items to them. A hack would be if I came to Louis Vuitton with this bag, which is obviously not Louis Vuitton, even though it is cute as a button and I love it to bits, but to me it's worth even more than Louis because it's just very, very dear to my heart. So, but it's not Louis. Now, a hack would be if you go with this bag to Louis or any other bag that's not Louis and you ask them, hey, could you personalize it for me? You know, and if they said yes to every bag that came in, that would be a hack. But they don't. It has to be original, authentic Louis, obvi. So that's the 7th hack, and that's it. So, guys, now, to be very clear, I make this video because people release so much wrong info in the luxury community. Like, joke or not, it sucks. So, if Mar is like doing this just for shock value, girl, that ain't it. That ain't it. And it ain't it because it's so frustrating and annoying, all of these false informations, because yeah, you're going to have a couple of people who understand that she's making a joke just to gain clicks. But you know what? A lot of people are really going to believe what the Oompa Loompa says, and they're actually going to behave like monsters in the boutiques because they're going to take her every word for what it's worth. And I'm sick and tired of this, and I'm so happy that A Heated Mess made a video to debunk the Oompa Loompa. Bottom line, some people take it seriously. You wouldn't imagine what I had to deal with when it comes to Chanel, okay? So many influencers are releasing garbage information just for clicks, and none of it is true. So, shock value? Okay, no, you know, go film your kitten falling off a piano and put that on TikTok. That's shock value. Don't spread misinformation. And then once you're called out on it, you're like, oh, but that was just for entertainment. Girl, no. Entertainment is not supposed to harm people. Ever thought about that? Repercussions? No? Nobody? Oh, right, because the moral is in the gutter. We're living in a TikTok world. Anyway, now, as if that wasn't enough, as I promised, we're going to get back to little Miss Mar. And here we go. So it's not the first time that this Oompa Loompa has been doing stuff, okay? There's this lovely lady on YouTube called Hey Paris. By the way, hi Paris. Hey Paris. Let me see if I can. There you go. So Hey Paris is a very popular YouTuber. She has a big following, and she says it like it is. And I really, really respect her. So she got very upset because it was brought to her attention, this is around 10 months ago, that another YouTuber stole her story time. Like, she worked at Sephora. I think it was Sephora. Sorry, Hey Paris, if I get the store wrong, but I think you worked in Sephora and you were telling your story in a video that you made some time ago. Your personal story. This was Hey Paris's story. She was telling a story about what happened at Sephora when she was working there. It's a popular video. It got the views it got. Sometime after she posted this video, her subscribers start writing her one day saying, Hey Paris, did you know that Mar, this other YouTuber, hi Mar, hey Queen, literally stole your story time, word for word. Word for word, stole your entire story, your personal story. She stole it as if it were hers, and she told it in her video like it's her, like she worked at Sephora. She even changed her name to make fun of Hey Paris. She's Mar in her video says, well, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that my name is London. Ha ha ha. When I work in Sephora, I called myself London. This ain't it. Girl, this ain't it. And of course, and okay, Mar, can you like, no, okay, Mar? No, go away, Mar. Mar. Okay, okay, you want to stay? Fine. Jesus Christ. So Hey Paris got very upset. Justly so. Why? Because allegedly Mar did not credit her. Mar took her story. Mar took Hey Paris's story, made her video talking as if it were her personal experience without ever mentioning Hey Paris, without ever saying, go follow her, guys, go check out her channel, go check out her original video from which I stole the whole idea. Nothing. Okay? But then when she released her video, people realized what was going on, started commenting, allegedly, underneath her video saying, hey, you're stealing this and this and this and this. She started blocking people, allegedly, deleting comments, allegedly. But when they became too much, by that time, Hey Paris was also aware of it. Hey Paris in her video states, you know what? I checked out Mar's video in which she stole my story. There was no crediting me. She did not credit me. She did not mention me. She did not credit me, nothing. But a couple of minutes later, after, the backlash happened, she changed her text, her description box. She added a description box, inspired by idea taken from Hey Paris. Way too late. So, and then Hey Paris made in total 2 videos exposing Mar, saying, you're not apologizing. You literally stole my idea, and now you're lying, saying that you credited me. You didn't. Because in your video, you're not crediting me. You only added a little text in the description box after you've been called out. Then Mar takes the video down, posts a post somewhere on social media saying, I took it, I made it private. And then Hey Paris is like, you have to delete it. And where's the money, the proceeds from all of this? How did the money that you made off of that video, off of my story? It's my story you told as if it were your story. So there's been a little bit of beefing, her viewers then started saying that Hey Paris was clout chasing. And then Paris said, how am I clout chasing? I didn't even know you existed until today. Now I know that you exist because you stole my video, but what does that have to do? It has no, I'm not clout chasing, just don't steal my stuff. And so she said, I credited you, but then she at the same time never said I'm sorry about this. Instead, what she did do, she liked the comments of those viewers who said that Hey Paris was clout chasing. Very, very sketchy behavior. So shock value? No, this is just rude. Now, I've had personal experience. I know how that feels. I know how that feels very, very much. What's the name of the other Oompa Loompa that we're going to talk about now? Hope Scope. Come in, Hope Scope. Another one. So this other Oompa Loompa here stole my video. Okay, now she turned it into an audio. Mind you, Mar, she stole Hey Paris' story and told it through her voice, through Mar's own words. This Oompa Loompa here, the Scope lady, she took my audio clip, my voice, and used it in her video. Her video, Hope Scope's video is called, I Bought the Ugliest Used Kardashian Clothes. You can hear me pronouncing Bottega Veneta, my series, my pronunciation series videos on YouTube. So the how to pronounce Bottega Veneta. 1 minute and 20 seconds into the video, you hear me, my voice, my clip, in this Oompa Loompa's video. She deleted my face. She blocked my face off so I could not get any credit. She did not credit me for having used my voice in her video. And when I called her out on it, she ignored it. Why did she ignore it? Because she has millions of followers. I don't have a big following. So she thought, who cares? He's a small YouTuber, so he can cry all he wants. Nobody's going to give a damn. Well, I never forget. When an Oompa Loompa crosses my way, it might take years, darling, but sooner or later, we will meet. And when we do, you won't know what happened. So, that's what happens, okay? Some of you saying in the chats, oh, shock value? No, this is not shock value. This is thinking you can get away with it. So a heated mess opened up a can of worms that I find very fascinating. As you can see, this video is very complicated. There's a lot of layers to it, a lot of texture to it, a lot of substance or lack thereof to it. So let me get quickly to your chats, what y'all's got to say in the live chats, and I want to know in the comment section down below, because a lot of you are going to be fan of these other Oompa Loompas are going to come for me in the comment section. Be my guest. Will your comments get deleted? Will you get blocked? Will everybody get to see your comments? Who knows? Try me. Richard Ferguson says, Maria Draganova stole clips from my video of the Hermes sale. Oh my God, Richard, really? Did she credit you? I'm shocked. Maria Draganova, that's another little lady that has a track record, doesn't she? John Oates says, these women are shisty. Wow, I'm sorry this happened to you, says Penelope. Is what it is. Gwen says, gonna go count on Monte Cristo on her. I'm gonna go count of Monte Cristo on her. KDF says, really, Richard? I don't trust Maria at all, and that doesn't surprise me, says KDF. Koruyoru, when you meet her, we got the Hermes crop ready. KDF says, OMG. Susie Q says, this is complete stupidity. Connor Slaney says, Dacob gonna push her in that chocolate river. No, I stay classy. I don't touch anybody. I don't want to touch anybody, first of all. I'm a germaphobe. So if I encounter a person, of course, I would never, ever get physical. I would never, ever harm them. But I would tell them what I feel. And I would make it very clear to them that what they did was wrong. What they do with that later on, that's up to them. But I'm not gonna let it just pass as if nothing happened. Why should I swallow the shite? No. More like Shack Value, says Demoniva, doing that dumb stuff in luxury stores and stealing content. It's terrible, terrible. Gary says, alleged lie. Yeah, a legged lie. One-legged lie. It's such a legged lie. That's a t-shirt, right? Allegedly is a one-legged lie. Anonym Kicker says, we are all of us in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. It is amazing how what Oscar Wilde said, wrote, still has so much to say today. He also said, today we know the price of everything and the value of nothing, which is also a great thing. Accountability to all of them, says Jack Dean. Jane L says, I used to watch Mar, but then I stopped. Gary says, yeah, try us, trolls. Richard says, no, she didn't credit me. Maria Draganova did not credit Richard. Ephraim Dag says, I completely agree, Dacob. Clickbaits and using others' stories. M. Stern says, Maria did say she took it off Instagram. Richard says, and I pointed it out in her comments. Oh, did she then delete it? Did she delete it? KDF says, she steals ideas from other YouTubers all the time and doesn't credit them, meaning Maria. Kodo says, Dacob, the thought of people going to Louis Vuitton and asking for crème fraîche, some younger viewers might do that. Of course they might. It's embarrassing. Susie Q says, what I want to know is when all of these women buy things, do they really keep them or return them? A lot of them return them. Richard says, she has blurred the clips now in the video. Ah, because you spoke out about it. Robert says, Kardashian level of being a biatch. Suzuki says, really bad. Gary says, mace isn't physical. It is. It's a physical particle. Penelope says, I don't want to touch anybody, first of all. LOL, same. No, I'm like totally like, I see a person sketchy something, the first thing I do is I cross the street. I veer as far away as possible from them. She don't do that. She don't do that. She gonna give you a piece of her psychologically with words, but she don't touch. Joyce says, you can't have millions of followers and pretend you don't understand intellectual property and copyright. These influencers are doing you dirty, Daco. I know, they did me dirty. She did me dirty. Loompa Loompa. Seabree says you can't report the video with timestamp. You can report the video with timestamp. Melikito says, not familiar with Mar, thankfully. Jesus says, what about Mar using your clip for one of her vids and not crediting you? Well, so she didn't, but you can copyright claim. I mean, you could strike them. You could claim a copyright. Did she do that, Jesus? Did Mar use my clip for one of her videos and didn't credit me? Send me the link. Send me the link. Oh my God, we got ourselves a cliffhanger, you guys. Because if Mar stole one of my cliplets for her videolets and didn't credit me, send me the link. Joyce Lee, suspicious how these influencers get bags. I have one Chanel store in my city and this local influencer is able to get hottest bags. How can they get the hottest bags when they are rare? When they got a good connection with a sales associate. Couture Shimmer says, every once in a while, Hope Scope's videos show up in my recommended and I'm so disappointed to hear she didn't credit you. She otherwise has always come across a kind person. Andrew says, all YouTubers despise Maria. Melikito says, pictures are often stolen on Instagram and used for sales. It's despicable. The stories I could tell you. Something just happened to me on eBay a week ago. That's a whole other can of worms. The thievery of it all. Let me tell ya. Leave that at it. So we got two cliffhangers. One, let me see the link. Jesus says, wait till he gets to the main tea girls she stole from Dacob. Send me the link. Send me the link. And then there's also that terrible dreaded eBay story, which is like such a mess. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope we have shed some more light on the gutter that is the luxury community on YouTube. Don't we love ourselves some garbage? As John Waters says, you know, trash is ugly, but good trash, now that's hard to come across. And sometimes we deliver, sometimes we do, most of the times we don't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, never forget to never give up on love. I love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye. Mwah.